Listen, where there's a will, there's a way. See, that's a very simple concept because your number one top priority as a new business owner is to secure the funding, which means you don't have to be in business for 2 years. You don't have to have 100 employees or making $1 million in revenue to secure business funding. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So when you got in your vehicle and you drove to Chase Bank and you asked the teller, I need a business loan. Yes, I'm putting emphasis on business loan. I'm going to explain why. But when you ask for a business loan, one of the qualifications or requirements that they asked for was 2 years business experience. You know you don't have that, so you gave up. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why you can establish business credit and secure business funding without having zero business experience and without having any revenue coming in your business as of right now. So let's dive right into it. Now, let's go back to the emphasis on business loan because this is very important. We need to understand the differentiator between a business loan, a term loan, revolving business lines of credit, credit lines, business auto loans, bank credit, business funding, revolving credit, installment loans. These are all different types of concepts. So it's very important you have to understand what you're asking for when you go to these financial institutions, when you're trying to secure funding for your business. So when you're asking for a loan, one of the requirements are that you need to be in business for 2 years. Why? Because lenders, financial institutions love stability. So you need to understand this. By you being in business for more than 2 years, you're showing that you're an established and a stable business owner. Here's a fun fact. Over 20% of small business go out of business within their first year. So lenders understand this. So by you not being in business for over 2 years, you are considered a high risk. You tracking me? It's all about the risk factor when it comes to these lenders. So we don't want to ask for a business loan if we haven't been in business more than 2 years, because what comes with that as well is tax returns, bank statements, cash flow statements, balance sheets, paycheck stubs. You need to show all these documentations and all these financials, which you don't have as a new business owner. So we don't want to ask for a business loan. Now, that's the emphasis. What we need to ask for is unsecured business credit cards, aka stated income business credit cards. This is the fastest way and the easiest way for you to secure over $100,000 in funding for your brand new business. Now, let's talk about the requirements and the qualifications and the benefits and the features when you actually get this funding. So first thing I want to go over, there's 3 key components in order for you to secure this funding without having zero experience, meaning you don't have any business experience, 2 years or older, or you're not receiving any income in your business. But you have other few things going for your business, because what I'm about to tell you to do, you will be able to qualify for these unsecured business credit cards. So number 1, we want to make sure that we properly structure our business. This is the first step in order for you to secure unsecured business credit cards. Properly structure your business. Let's unpack that. Let's break it down. Now, if you first time watching my videos, I'm not going to go over everything you need to do in order to properly structure your business. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. So you might want to go back to my other videos and watch it. I'll leave a link in the description on one of my other videos that I recommend you watch, or you can actually just get my ebook that's down below and it'll tell you how to properly structure your business. You can get the business credit unlocked, or you can get the business funding ebook. Either one is going to tell you how to properly structure your business. Now, when it comes to properly structure the business, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you choose the proper business name, right? Because there's some industries, there's some names that consider high risk when it comes to these financial institutions. So be very mindful of that. Choose a generic or general name such as enterprise, management, any marketing name, consulting. These are very safe names that you can choose. Now, don't buy into the names too much. Just choose a name and move on. It's not really that serious. Just because you enter real estate doesn't have to be in your business name, because real estate is a high risk industry. Same thing with trucking, transportation, all consider high risk. Restaurants, all consider high risk. So I know you guys been asking for me to do a high risk video, and I am going to do it. So just be patient and be looking out for that video too as well. So make sure you definitely want to subscribe to this video, to my channel, if you haven't already. So we want to make sure we choose the proper business name. We want to make sure that we choose the proper code NAICS code, which determines which industry you're in. So you want to make sure you choose that. I'm going to do a separate video on that too as well, as long as with the business name. That'll be all in one video. Also, you want to choose a virtual office if you don't have a brick and mortar. You want to choose a virtual office. Why? Because credit is all about perception. Do you look good on paper? So we want to make sure we look good on paper to these lenders. We want to make sure, again, it's going back to being an established business owner, so we won't look like we are at high risk to these lenders. So having a virtual office will get you that. Next, you want to make sure you have a professional business email address, a professional phone number. You want to make sure you have a Dun & Brad. You want to make sure you have an LLC. You want to make sure you get an EIN. All this stuff to properly structure your business. Get on Google, get a website, have a social media presence. All this needs to be congruent on all platforms. So again, go in the description, get that ebook. It's a small investment, but it's going to help your business out tremendously, because this is very easy to do, but it's very essential that you make sure that you properly structure your business. Because here's another fun fact. Over 90% of small business owners get turned down. Why? Because their business is not properly structured. So your business credit application don't even make it past the AI system in order for an underwriter to manually review your business credit application or your profile. So you want to make sure you get past the AI first, right? So that's properly structuring your business. Now, after you do that, the second step that you want to make sure you do is step number 2, is the business owner credit, aka your personal credit. So the data points have to be there. So in order for you to get these unsecured business credit cards, what I'm referring to now, the requirements is your personal credit has to be in position. It's not based off your EIN by itself. They look at your business credit profile. So you want to make sure after you properly structure your business credit profile, now start adding business trade lines to your business credit profile, because that's going to determine whether or not you get a $2,000 credit card limit or you get a $25,000 credit card limit. They also going to look at the other data points, which is your personal credit. They're going to look at your payment history, your debt to credit ratio, aka your credit utilization, not 30%, 10%. They're going to look at your hard inquiries. Are you being frivolous when it comes to credit? Are you being thirsty when it comes to credit? No one likes to lend to an individual who's being thirsty for credit, which means you can have an 850 credit score. By the way, let me disclose something to you guys right now. Lenders do not care about your 850 credit score. I want to be very clear on that. So there's no need for you to have an 850 credit score. Did you know having a 760 credit score, you can get the same terms as somebody having an 850 credit score? It's baffling how many people think an 800 or 850 credit score is gonna give you better terms or better interest rates or even higher credit card limit. So no, so the goal is not to have an 850 credit score. The goal is actually to have a really good credit profile, which is I'm giving you the data points right now. Now go along with that good credit profile, you wanna make sure you have a 680 or anywhere between a 740, 750 credit score. Right? So the credit score is not that important. It's the data points that's more important than the credit score. So which means having at least a high limit credit card on the personal side, because if you have a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 limit credit card on the personal side, imagine what they're going to give you on the business side. They're going to match it or give you something higher than what you already have on your personal side. Why? Because you prove already that you can manage debt. See, lenders all about, again, risk factors. And if you can prove that you can manage debt on the personal side, then most likely you definitely can manage debt on the business side. And they want to give you a higher credit limit. Why? Because they understand in order for your business to make money, you have to spend money. So you have to have a higher credit limit so you can use that limit to pay some of your expenses so you can start, scale, or grow your business. So yeah, so having a high limit personal credit card on your, and I recommend if you want to get high limit credit cards, go to any community banks or any credit unions. They give out the best credit limits when it comes to that. National banks and regional banks are okay, but community banks and credit unions are the best when it comes to high limit credit cards. So yeah, the data points has to be there on your personal side. Now, there's other things that you need to qualify for too as well when it comes to that, like credit history. Make sure, again, your inquiries are low. Certain other things that's also in my ebook that you can go ahead and grab to tell you the qualifications when it comes to data points on the personal side. Now, the third thing that you want to make sure that's intact is build a relationship with these financial institutions. Now, let me be clear on this. Building a relationship does not mean only having a business checking account. That's one of the biggest misconceptions out there. No, you can get their other products and services like a personal checking account, a prepaid card, a secure business credit card. By the way, which is the best way to build business credit starting out, because that's a financial trade line. So if you're not in position to get an unsecured business credit card, then the next best thing is to get a secure business credit card. So that's a great way to build a relationship. Another great way to build a relationship, having a savings account, having a business lines of credit, getting one of their merchant accounts. So these are all ways you can build a relationship with these financial institutions. The reason why this is important, because just like everything else, people like to do business who people they know, like, or trust. It's the same concept that the banks use. So when you lend out money to your family members or your friends, you know, like, or trust them based on their history, based on the relationship that you have, the love, the commitment, whatever it is, you lend them that person money. It's the same concept when it comes to these banks. If they see you doing any type of transaction with them, now they have a better feel on who you are in order for them to make a decision to do business with you. With them. So you want to make sure that you have some type of relationship with these financial institutions. Now, do you have to have a relationship with everyone? No, you don't. But it does increase your chances to get these unsecured business credit cards. In addition to that, you don't have to have a relationship with everyone, which means you can have multiple checking accounts. So every unsecured business credit card that you apply for, you don't have to open up a business checking account. But who says that you only have to have one business checking account? You can have multiple or multiple personal checking accounts. So it just all depends on that financial institution. So we can help you out with that too as well if you need help with that. Just book a free discovery call if you want to. Now, with that being said, those are the three key components, the three factors in order for you to get these unsecured business credit cards. You want to make sure that you properly structure your business, the business owner credit, your personal credit to be in position, also build that relationship with that financial institution. Now, the person benefits of these credit cards, for one, a lot of people say, hey, London, I don't want a PG, I don't want a personal guarantee because I want to keep my business and my personal separate. Well, that's exactly what you're doing. You're keeping both separate because those business account does not report on your personal credit. That's a great benefit to have. So which means it doesn't affect your debt to income ratio or your debt to credit ratio. Another thing is, hey, London, these financial institutions, they do a hard pull. And my response, who cares? Because did you know, even when you get a hard inquiry, when you're trying to get unsecured business credit cards, you can remove that hard inquiry from your credit report because it's not attached to a personal account. It's attached to a business account. So you can go ahead and remove that hard inquiry. And are you really, truly going to let a hard inquiry stop you from getting $20,000, $25,000 and one credit card? It doesn't make sense. So don't be scared of the small stuff like hard inquiry. You can remove hard inquiries in 24 hours with the proper strategy. Or if it takes you 30 days or even 90 days, it definitely can be removed. So don't worry about that. Next, most of these cards come with 0% interest, so you don't have to pay 0% interest, which means you can write yourself a check, a 0% loan. You guys love business loans, right? I'm giving you a way on how you can write yourself literally a business loan with 0% interest. So which means I can liquidate my credit card, write myself a 0% loan, take that check and deposit that check into my business checking account. Now, here's the power with that, because I really talk about bank credit on here. So I am going to do a video about bank credit. I think I did one already, so you can check my list, but I'm going to elaborate and do another one because bank credit is separate from business credit and business funding. So bank credit is primarily based off your revenue. So everybody, hey, I haven't made any money in my business. Well, did you know you can get an unsecured business credit card, like a Chase business credit card, liquidate that business credit card by doing by getting a balance transfer check. So now you're going to take that check with 0% interest, deposit into your business checking account, and let that money sit because now you've been a bank credit. Whole nother video, right? So I'm definitely going to give you guys that strategy because that's an advanced strategy that's going to help your business out tremendously. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. And I will see you guys on next video. Peace out.